Like and subscribe to Diana Ward's channel. My own subscribers, if you're watching my videos and my DJing and my games, etc., please subscribe. It's the only right thing to do. Thank you.
October, more than a decade after his last visit, a solo camper returned to a remote mountain area in the American Southwest, a place he had avoided since one night that never left him. Earlier that evening, he set up camp, lit his lantern, cooked dinner, and tried to relax. But the woods felt wrong. A nearby couple warned him their dog had suddenly panicked earlier, something that never happened without reason. A recent bear sighting didn't help.
Where we're at right now, we are out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm pretty familiar with the area. I actually camped here about a decade ago, and a situation happened that kind of freaked me out. I'll explain it in a little bit. There is something right here behind the camera that I want to show you guys.
As darkness settled, the memory came rushing back. 10 years earlier, during a storm, he had heard it. A woman screaming. Not an animal. Not wind. Screaming like someone begging for help.
Well, that's not good.
Then, silence.
Well, you don't
No direction. No answers. He left that night and carried the guilt ever since.
Less than a mile from where I'm at right now. And it started raining, so it was already kind of the end of the weekend. We just started packing up. So we're packing things up in the truck, and it's raining on us pretty bad. So we just down the last couple items, getting ready to go, and I hear a scream, and it was a woman screaming, like almost like bloody murder screaming. And I know it wasn't an elk. I know what an elk sounds like. But
there is an actual bed that can scream like a woman.
I don't know. I grabbed my
bed it's called, but there is.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to say that word. I grabbed my self-defense mechanism, and I don't know. I kind of looked for a while, but it was probably hard to even hear over the rain. So eventually we decided to just leave. And I don't know. I had like nightmares about that for a while. Like, it just bothered me so much to know that this woman needed help, or I assumed she needed help. I wasn't sure what.
Now, exploring nearby trails, he stumbled onto something disturbing. A massive, coffin-sized metal container, half buried near his camp. Later, farther up the mountain, he discovered a collapsed tunnel carved deep into the rock, blackened by fire pits and human presence.
I don't know if those bars were supposed to be bent over to hold the lid on. I don't know.
Or to keep something.
But in comparison, you can see the fire. The thing's pretty big. It's probably the size of a coffin, like which I sure hope that is not what that is.
Yeah, it could
I don't know what
it
is, though. If anybody knows, please comment, or even has an idea what it could be. Please comment. Let me walk around it so you can see.
Do that, don't they? Because they don't care whether they live or die. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I don't think I can get in it.
Standing inside, the ceiling towering above him, he realized something chilling. If someone screamed out here, no one would ever hear them.
I actually just got done making a McGriddle, and I'm going to make another one to show you guys how amazing this pan can make breakfast.
Oh, where'd you had to go? All right. Well, you can see him picking his head up back there. I think we're both ready for bed.
top comment said, "Bigfoot dude. Lol. Be safe out there. I hope you have another protection besides a bear spray." Yikes. Back in the UK after a long trip, solo van lifer Katie Romes settled in for what she expected to be a quiet night. Severe weather warnings had rolled in, bringing heavy rain and violent winds, but she chose a low-key stealth parking spot near a canal, believing the storm would keep others away.
Nice.
Back home in the UK after my incredible trip to Norway, which I can't wait to share with all of you. It is my first day back today and we're back in the van. However, I have been welcomed home with some very severe weather warnings. Very typical British weather. I've got severe rain, severe winds. But I thought it would be the perfect time to share with you what a stormy day looks like in the van. I've got a new bed in the back. I'm gonna cook up a storm tonight. Let's get straight into it.
I love thunder and I love actually thunderstorms. Don't bother me.
As night fell, the wind battered the van, rocking it side to side while rain hammered the roof. Inside, Katie tried to relax, cooking dinner and setting up her bed as the storm howled outside. By midnight, exhaustion finally pulled her into sleep.
Yellowy as well. Don't know if that's a good sign. What is it? Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Okay, maybe it's a good thing. The van is literally shaking. It's holding on for dear life right now.
Close your door then.
My stove is flying away.
Why would you keep your door open if it's hailstorming and everything else?
I might have to bring it in at this point.
Just wouldn't, would
I'm
you?
being literally
If I was in my
blown
tent
all
bed, I
over the
would not
place.
open the door. Well,
And it's
I
getting
would have had to
cold
cook
as
some
well.
up, but what it was not.
I'm trying. I really am. I might have to bring it in because my flame keeps going out.
That's when the real unease began. Loud engines cut through the storm. Multiple vehicles pulled in and boxed her van in. Teenagers gathered nearby, blasting music, shouting, and revving their cars just feet away. From inside the locked van, Katie listened as they talked about illegal activities, unaware she was trapped in the middle
Or
of
you
it.
ring the police.
Knackered.
Duh.
The van keeps going side to side. It's like it's more infrequent gusts right now. Before I was being absolutely battered. I am gonna head to bed, but I will see you all bright and early. It's probably not going to be bright outside because the sun doesn't rise until like 9 AM now. It's ridiculous. I will see you all in the morning. Night. It's about midnight right now.
Oh, there she is.
And a group of teenagers have pulled up next to me like a boy racer car.
I can just only
I
just
don't know,
tell.
there's a couple of cars. I can hear them around the van. They keep talking about illegal stuff, razzing their cars around and playing like really loud music. I was flat out. Oh,
Grab a seat and drive off then or ring the police.
okay. From what I can tell, there's about 3 vehicles and I'm fully blocked in.
For hours, she lay still,
Then you
unable
ring the
to leave,
police.
heart
That's what you
racing
do,
as the
you
storm
ring the
raged,
police.
and unfamiliar voices circled
I'm like,
outside.
"Oh,
Alone,
don't
blocked
watch the
in,
police,
and
it's
unseen,
useless, man."
she waited for morning, realizing that the most frightening part of the wilderness isn't always animals, but people.
You know, it's gorgeous out here. All the storm clouds are all over that way. And I'm just in the middle. There's a bunch over there. It's about 8:30 right now. And I slept in because the people, well, their car broke down. That's their car. Their car stopped working, surprisingly, after they razzed it around like absolute twonks for multiple hours. They were here until like 2 AM and
You need to be able to get into the driving seat without getting out of the van. October 2023, as storm clouds gathered over Kinglake National Park in Australia, a solo camper arrived after work for what was supposed to be a quiet overnight escape. The drive was calm. The plan was simple:
Miss you loads.
set up the
Shout
rooftop
out to
tent,
my sister out in Australia.
cook dinner,
Hi, love you.
and sleep beneath the trees.
Friday, work
Always missing you, Anna. Always.
done. I am ready
Give me a
to hit
video
the
call
road.
anytime you want, Anna. I love you.
It's a bit overcast. There is going to be a storm coming. Heading to King Lake for one night. I tried to get a booking for tomorrow night, but they were all booked out, so I could only go tonight.
She chose Campsite 9, a spot with a fire pit and picnic table, and immediately noticed something was wrong. The park was fully booked, yet every campsite was empty. No cars, no voices, no movement.
Well, that's
Park
just clean
Victoria.
itself, isn't it? Come on.
I am Campsite 9, so I can put that up there. Whoever wants to check that.
She set up quickly as rain began to fall, trying to shake the feeling creeping up her spine. As darkness closed in, the silence became unbearable.
This vacuum sealer is truly a preservation magician in my kitchen. Its compact design doesn't take.
As darkness closed in, the silence became unbearable. No wind, no insects, no distant traffic, just stillness, thick and unnatural.
Before it starts to piss down with rain, I'm just going to get changed quickly. That was so easy to set up. Oh my god. Like, it's not that I need Troy, but he always does the rooftop setup, and I can do that myself.
She checked the booking site again. 10 campsites reserved. Still no one arrived. Alone in the dark, her thoughts spiraled. Every sound felt imagined, or worse, delayed. She kept her keys on her finger, ready to trigger the car alarm if needed. But nothing happened. And somehow, that made it worse.
Then to always keep your keys on you and press the alarm button for your car in case something happens, just to deter people. I'm freaking myself out now.
At 7:30 p.m., panic won. She tore down camp and fled into the storm, heart racing, convinced that staying the night would have been a mistake she wouldn't walk away from.
Come through yet. Well, now it's starting to spit, but maybe people have changed their mind, or maybe they've booked some campsites out. I don't know. I mean, tomorrow is fully booked out, so I'm really not sure what's going on.
Sorry about this, guys. It sounds.
As storm clouds gathered over King Lake National Park in Australia, a rooftop tent,
Road.
fire pit, no move.
Whoever.
Ball trying to. No distant traffic, just stillness, thick and unnatural.
Try again, shall we? Sounds just talking about.
Before it starts to piss down with rain, I'm just going to get changed quickly. That was so easy to set up. Oh my god. Like, it's not that I need Troy, but he always does the rooftop setup, and I can do that myself.
She checked the booking site again. 10 campsites reserved. Still no one arrived. Alone in the dark, her thoughts spiraled. Every sound felt imagined, or worse, delayed. She kept her keys on her finger, ready to trigger the car alarm if needed. But nothing happened. And somehow, that made it worse.
Then to always keep your keys on you and press the alarm button for your car in case something happens, just to deter people. I'm freaking myself out now.
At 7:30 p.m., panic won. She tore down camp and fled into the storm, heart racing, convinced that staying the night would have been a mistake she wouldn't walk away from.
Come through yet. Well, now it's starting to spit, but maybe people have changed their mind, or maybe their books and campsites out. I don't know. I mean, tomorrow's fully booked out, so I'm really not sure what's going on.
Freak. Done it again. Freak.
On down and down, on down, down, down to you.
Convinced whoever or whatever was out there didn't want to be seen.
Get that fire going, I think. Now the rain, I think the rain stopped, or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a train.
Is it a bird or is it kids screaming?
Sounds like a bird.
That's a bird. That's a gunshot. I don't know if you're able to hear a lot of this, it's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming. That's just the house.
That is a bird.
I didn't want to turn the light on earlier because I swear to God that was footsteps. That's just the house though.
That is just an owl. Stop freaking
This
yourself.
is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent. I'm sure I can still hear footsteps.
Well,
And trains.
I could hear something rustling. That's the rain, mate. What are you on about? I think we're getting better a bit more. That is definitely an owl. That's a crow. Why's the fucking screen gone black? What the hell? That's a campfire. What
Well, it's not every day you see an old...
Some places
Oh,
don't
that's
need
weird.
ghosts to be terrifying. Sometimes it's the living you never see again. The fact that you stayed a second night is totally insane. Just after midnight, alone on Crown land beside a remote river, the creator behind Keepin' It Wheel 306 was jolted awake by a violent bang against the front of their camper van. Moments later, the entire vehicle began to rock.
Breathe.
Get in your driver's seat and drive away then. I better slow down, please.
So it's just after midnight. I'm in my camper van and I just had the biggest fright I've had in 4 years of van life. I'd gone to sleep around 11 o'clock and I hadn't really fallen into deep sleep. And I heard this bang on the front of my vehicle. And then I could feel that my vehicle was being pushed, and I am just kind of...
Half asleep and disoriented, their first thought was far worse than wildlife. Someone was trying to break in. They shouted into the darkness, waiting for voices, footsteps, anything. Nothing came back. Instead, another heavy strike landed near the rear window, close enough to where they were sleeping to send adrenaline flooding through their body.
It's a Friday night. There's another vehicle had pulled in or something, and people were messing around, or maybe they thought the camper van was abandoned and were trying to break in or do something. But yeah, I heard this bang on my front end, and my van was being pushed. Like, I thought maybe then a bunch of people were just messing around, some teenagers or something, and rocking my van. So I yelled, "What are you doing?" Like, actually I said, "What the F are you doing?" Just to let them know there's somebody in the van. And then I didn't hear any, voices or anything. Didn't hear any footsteps, which was weird. But immediately, I was jolted awake. And then I didn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden, right at my back window, like right up here, I heard something too. Like, it was, swiping my vehicle or something. And I'm obviously freaked out at that moment. I grabbed my keys and I grabbed my cell phone and put the flashlight on and tried.
Trapped in total darkness. Every sound felt deliberate. With no lights outside and nowhere to run, they triggered the van, hoping noise alone would drive whatever it was away. Silence followed, the most unsettling kind.
In the morning, and I'm still trying to piece everything that happened last night together. I know I made a video, but I don't even know what I said or how coherent I was. I ended up sleeping okay. I went back to sleep pretty easily after all the commotion last night. But I just want to recap everything that went down. So I'm in a new spot. I've been here, I spent 2 nights here now. And it was a friend that has an acreage about 15 minutes away that told me about it. Uneventful.
At sunrise, the truth emerged. Large muddy paw prints smeared across the windows. The side mirror was bent inward. A bear had circled the van, pushing, swiping, testing it like prey.
Do not use this rosemary shampoo unless you have very little hair and are experiencing excessive hair loss.
Prey.
I'm trying to look on the actual dirt. I imagine once I go out there, I'm going to see more evidence, but that was not there yesterday. Definitely not. So there's some more paw prints here on this window. On that window, it's hard to see, but then also my mirror got pushed in. And the scuffle this bear had with my vehicle, but I am very curious to get out.
Alone, vulnerable and pinned inside a metal box, the encounter lasted only minutes, but the fear lingered far longer.
Is out there. Once I realized it wasn't a human trying to get into my van, I was just completely calm. I think what's that trend going around that, a woman in the forest would choose a bear over a human to run into. And yeah, for me, I think that's definitely...
Because sometimes the scariest part isn't what's outside. It's realizing how close it got. Nowadays, it's not safe to be in areas like that by yourself and not able to fight. I hope that never happens again. Deep in the Alaskan wilderness, solo traveler from the channel Roaming Reckless set out for what was meant to be a peaceful 3-day stay at a remote mountain yurt. Instead, it became the most terrifying night she'd ever experienced while camping.
This episode at all.
Hi, we're going to a yurt that we have to hike to 2 miles in the middle of the woods, and we're going to be staying there for 3 days. So this is going to be dry camping, so we've got to take all of our supplies with us. There's going to be nothing there for us but firewood. We've got to hurry up and get packed.
As darkness swallowed the forest, everything began to unravel. The firewood inside the yurt was soaked, filling the small space with thick smoke while failing to produce heat. The forest, everything began to unravel. The firewood inside the yurt was soaked, filling the small space with thick smoke while failing to produce heat.
Bobby, are you excited for the yurt? We've never stayed in a yurt before. Cool.
The historic Iditarod Trail from Seward to Nome is 1,000 miles long. The portion we're on right now is
Now we're cooking.
With temperatures dropping and visibility gone, she faced an impossible choice: stay and risk freezing, or hike nearly 2 miles back through bear territory in complete darkness.
This sucks. Bubby, it took us like 45 minutes to get up to the yurt. I'm hoping with my lighter pack weight, I should be able to get back a lot faster. Yep, come on, kid. Well, not really time to like play, but I like the positive energy.
Armed with only headlamps, a knife, and instinct, she chose to run. Every step through the snow felt watched. The silence was suffocating, broken only by her breathing and the crunch of boots behind her dog.
Hallelujah, Poe. I've never been so happy to see this truck in my life. Holy crap. That was not fun.
Later, she admitted the fear wasn't just wildlife. It was the overwhelming sensation that something unseen was tracking their movement through the trees.
Oh, good Landy. I ran for my life. Well, you guys, I hope that this shows you any.
She reached her truck safely, but the feeling never left. You put yourself and your dog in a very dangerous situation going out at night on a trail.
Oh my God. This is me in December. I'm gonna cry. This is me in December before I started this product.
The following footage comes from Daniel Mark O'Neill, better known online as The English Woodsman, a British creator who spent
I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but
yeah, there's no wind even fork up